Hey guys, we are back with more NCIS on to episode 12. We're just going to jump straight in and see where we go from here. I would appreciate a quick sub to the channel if you haven't already. If you're enjoying this series, I need you guys to let me know whether I continue on past season 1 with this. We are already almost over halfway into season 1, and I need to see the results as to whether you guys actually want me to continue with this. I actually do want to continue with it, but I don't want to continue producing something if people aren't interested. So please let me know, post in the comments. The way you let me know is by giving these videos a thumbs up and by the views that I'm getting from each episode. So with that said, we're just going to jump straight into episode 12. My other left foot. Okay.
Hey, how was your date last night?
That.
Guess it didn't go too well, huh?
He had to cancel.
What excuse did he give?
Surgery.
Ah, that's a good one.
Oh.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What was wrong with him?
He didn't have surgery, Tony. He performed it.
It is a good
Grab
one.
your stuff.
Where are we going?
West Virginia. A junk dealer stumbled onto a leg.
Driving to West
So
Virginia. to
just
look
the
for a
leg.
Belongs to a Marine. NCIS?
Where's the rest?
This how you found the leg?
Yes, sir. Like it's climbing the stairs.
You
think
know who
finding this
that
severed
is,
leg
don't
of
you?
Marine is-
I thought I saw his name in the credits. I did. Hello, Sawyer.
It's funny.
No, sir. No, sir, don't.
Find the rest of the body.
And a town garbage pit.
I like all these cameos are getting all these different
Well, I'll leave y'all
actors.
to it.
Tony, laser and sketch. Got it. Kate, take photos.
Yeah.
Limb was severed post-mortem. You find me a liver in that leg, and I'll estimate you a time of death. That the limb itself has been dead less than 24 hours.
How do you know that?
I'll shout if I need you.
You don't have a tat.
And if I did, that would just blow your theory to hell now, wouldn't
That
it?
means she has.
Okay.
Nowhere you will ever see.
There you go. Question. I don't actually know this. What was the original invention of super glue for? I don't think it was for it to be a super glue, was it? What was it for?
So any other body parts show up?
No.
You're forgetting about our interesting little bit of botanical evidence.
Oh, yeah, that, yeah.
Our victim had a titanium ankle joint, which I'm about to
That
remove.
you can trace.
Too young for arthritis.
He was almost certainly some kind of power saw. He wrote an autobiography, My Left Foot, starring Daniel Day-Lewis.
Which is why this is called my other left foot.
That's a right foot.
Oh,
Huh.
so it is.
Huh.
Oh, well.
Oh well. I hadn't spotted that either. Oops.
Doing something case-related?
Is it me, or is Tony's hairstyle changing from episode to episode? I seem to be picking up on the fact that it's getting longer and more flowy.
Joint replacement database site targeting orthopedic specialists, search reference to hospital privileges and surgical records.
He plays the class clown a lot, but he's actually a very good agent. You can see that already from what I've
I told
witnessed.
you, I was kidding. Yeah, it's a butterfly on my hip. Oh, yes,
I
I'm
don't
still
know what
here.
it is, but I think I know where it might be.
Thank you.
But we're not going to know, are we?
It was signed for by Captain Brent Peters, May 14th, 2000.
Was literally crushed in an auto wreck. May of 2000, you said.
According to our research.
I implanted that ankle in Marine Private First Class Thomas Dorn.
His leg was found in a Clarksburg, West Virginia trash bin early this morning.
Don't know where the rest
That's
is.
the leg?
So far. Cause of death, myocardial
Infarction.
Heart attack at 22.
So will you.
I had an aunt who died at 7.
Just a theory.
No autopsy. The doctor signed a death certificate, but that was it.
Small towns, you can get away with murder.
This town has 1,600
so happy
people in
about?
it.
I'm just looking forward to harmony.
We really like small
Very
towns.
small town.
Did find a piece of straw on the sock.
What kind?
The hay kind. Just your regular, basic straw.
I'm Special Agent Anthony DiNozzo, NCIS. You can call me
Darlene.
Darlene.
Was a bit up close and personal.
Okay.
Okay.
Platanus occidentalis.
Yeah,
Or
that.
more commonly known
A
as...
sycamore tree.
I'm afraid so.
Had you met him before?
No, he didn't live around
This
here.
is why there was no autopsy.
Well, I was the only doctor for 40 miles at the time. I believe he just walked in. Set him right down there in that chair. He couldn't catch his breath. He was suffering extreme chest pains.
Why didn't Thelma just take him to an examination room?
Well, we only have one. Well, anyway, before I could get up from this chair, he'd collapsed. Only it was over at a car accident way out in Turtle Creek.
The county only has one ambulance.
And why didn't the coroner do an autopsy?
Yeah.
I didn't feel there was a need to.
You're the coroner?
I was. It's pro bono work, and found elevated levels of cardiac enzymes.
Not anymore. We're
And you didn't think there was anything suspicious nature of a 22-year-old dying of a myocardial infarction? Unless someone has a major heart defect, that shouldn't happen. There's something more going on here. There's no way he died of natural causes of a heart attack at 22. So she's not only the only town doctor, and they have one ambulance and one medical room and one facility, she was also the fucking mortician.
You had it cremated?
No, I didn't. His sister did. She was so upset when she identified the body. I told her I really should do an autopsy, but she was so distraught over the
They just
thought
bend
of
the
him
rules, don't they?
being cut up.
How does the sister misidentify her brother?
She doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
We're gonna have to report the autopsy screw-up? The tattoo's a heart.
We're back on that again.
Just can't imagine
didn't
getting
think
a
of that.
tattoo, that's all.
I was drunk.
If it's not a heart.
It's a rose on my butt. Can we move on now?
Sure.
It keeps changing what it is and where it is here.
The heart medication?
Yep.
Oh.
The tox level in Dorn's leg alone was enough to kill a bull. So you think our leg and that Marine that died 2 years ago of a heart attack are tied together?
I do not believe in coincidences.
Women will never understand taking a little car ride and trying to beat your best time.
I hate it when men do that.
I always
It's
do
a
that.
woman thing. Oh. Doc Chalmers is a very sweet little old lady who, unfortunately also happens to be the local coroner.
A woman claiming to be Dorn's sister ID'd the body and then conned her into skipping the autopsy and cremating
This
the
isn't his
body.
sister.
Cremation. It's a dead end.
His military file indicates
Probably
his
not.
only living relative is a half-sister, Melissa Dorn.
This girl has
10
convinced
Mill
this
Road,
old
Comas,
woman
Maryland.
she's his sister and talked her out of taking
I
it
can't
any
drive the
further.
state's chicken?
Watch your body language.
What are we looking for, short of a confession?
Sometimes it's not what they say, it's what they don't say.
Botany was my weakest subject.
Sycamore.
Sycamore trait. Well spotted.
Hi. Can I help you?
You already have.
Redhead.
You would have liked Tommy.
He likes redheads,
He
doesn't
was
he?
the life of the party.
Sure, they said.
He was your half-brother.
Did he say his wife was a redhead?
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
She's got piercing eyes.
I figured as much. Difficulty sharing.
Guilty. Depends.
Is he playing on it?
Do you have any of your brother's personal effects?
Anything that I didn't donate, I threw away. Oh, where are my manners? Would you like some coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never been used. I eat over the sink so I don't have plates to wash.
Wow, she's got beautiful eyes.
You right?
I like your tattoo.
Any other hidden talents I should know about?
This feels like at the start of a porn scene. What's going on here?
It's gonna sound terrible, but
We usually skip this bit.
I hope whatever you're investigating is tied to Tom.
So it's not just Tony, right? But that would be how Tony would handle it, and he would be genuine with it. What I can't work out, because he's a complex character, is whether Gibbs is actually attracted to that woman or whether he's just playing her completely.
Charm.
Is it really that hard
Is
to
that what you
believe,
call it?
Kate, that I might be attractive to a woman?
That's not what I meant. Okay, well, Abby found a piece of straw in Dorn's sock, and there is a barn around the back.
No, he played her. She was definitely... There's
Maybe I
something
did.
about her because she immediately went
Can you
down
match
that
DNA
route as a
from trees
distraction
like you can with
method.
humans?
Try matching these to the seed we found in Dorn's boot.
Murder.
No motive.
Murder is a motive.
purchased a term policy for $750,000 2 months before his heart attack in Harmony.
She's got a very nice
Beneficiary
house.
is his only living relative. Cons the old lady coroner with crocodile tears into cremating the body and not performing an autopsy.
Go speak to him.
Come on, Kate, you're only going 10 miles over
Good
the limit.
theory.
And that's pushing it. Wait, so is that woman who picks him up now and then. Who is she?
Yeah, who is she?
Not a clue.
You don't
So
know
he
either.
could really be attracted to Melissa?
Whether Gibbs could get involved with the murder suspect, the answer is no.
No.
The sister threatened to sue.
Oh, did
Juries
she?
get angry when insurance companies don't pay. Nothing that would convince a jury.
Try us.
Okay. But you two think like her lawyer. Why'd he buy a big policy at such a young age and name a half-sister beneficiary?
And why'd your salesman sell it to him if it was so unusual?
How does a Marine at 22 afford a $750,000 insurance policy? The insurance premiums per month on that alone, his salary probably wouldn't be able to cover it. Not and live as well.
You can prove this was a scam, we'll recover something.
Why can't we find the rest of his body?
That's why we
I
have a
recall a
leg,
case in the
but a
forensic
cremated
journal
body. They don't belong.
But the only evidence was a thumb found in the coin return of a payphone.
Yeah. And?
Well, that's the only part I remember.
Cremated and spread over the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Of Virginia.
That does pose a problem.
A bit.
Who would you get to pose as a Marine?
You.
He asked for that one.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Because I've got nothing here. Again. I do like this.
It takes 3 minutes to change a tire on LAV 25.
Hello, Hank.
I say Marines can do it in less than 2. What do you say?
Hurrah!
Recall an MP Gibbs. Lejeune. Long time ago.
Could be.
Court Street, Jayville.
Broke up a lot of brawls there.
Yeah, I was one of them. How can I help you, Gibbs?
Yeah, see Thomas Dorn.
I heard that sandbagger's name since he OD'd a couple years ago.
He's
Really?
a co-kid. I should boot his butt out.
Car accident beat me to it. He went UA same time Dorn kicked.
Melissa.
Yeah, that's her name.
Thank you.
She was a fox.
No, she
Both
is.
Dorn and Morgan were shacking up with her. She didn't act like no sister.
No. I
Minute
bet she
30.
didn't.
From what you just told me, looks like he and Melissa killed Corporal Morgan. She identified the body as Dorn.
Mm-hmm.
Cremated him.
Got the money.
Who killed Dorn?
Well,
The redhead.
Foxy Lady may be a Black Widow.
No, yeah.
You gave me 2 samples from the same tree. B matched and A didn't.
Well, that made no
I
more sense.
screwed up. What?
Oh,
The
you fucker.
idea of matching plant DNA was a bit hanky for me.
Oh. Well, you could have done that by not telling me which sample came from the suspect's sycamore.
I didn't think of that.
Well, you should have.
You got probable cause.
She knows just how to play
Wow.
this. She's
Is my
played
coffee that
every
good?
one of them.
His body was cremated.
Played the both of them.
Don't you mean it was Corporal Morgan's body that was cremated?
Yeah. Plausible. From the side
Why do you keep staring at me?
with insurance.
I could never have killed Tommy.
He didn't know that you were brother and sister.
Are we going to need
Looks like
ground
he just
penetrating
lost
radar
wire.
here? We're just going to dig it up. They seem to have meticulously got everything else under control apart from the limb. Yeah, and now I've got your DNA. Thank you. Your fingerprints.
And have you compare her prints with those on her brother's leg.
You can see with the face already knows what's going to come back.
Blood on the floor, nicks in the concrete. Looks like they were made by a power saw.
You're done. What?
What?
There's someone else.
Who the hell's this gonna be? I've no clue.
Afternoon, Agent Todd.
This is just getting ridiculous. Well, so Gibbs lied about the digitalists. I mean, it made complete plausible sense what he said. That the company that mixed the stuff puts a marker in it so they know if there's ever a bad batch is how they do a recall. That makes complete sense to me, except it was all a fabrication. What I did not see is the old woman having anything to do with this. I thought she was some ditzy old doctor who's past her prime and should no longer have a license to be doing what she's doing. But the further in we got, it was obvious this time, for once, that the redhead was responsible and collecting the insurance money, but obviously being completely and utterly overwhelmed and dominated by her mother, who none of us picked up on until she fucking said it. And the way she was just trying to manipulate the situation, going, you can be done for fraud, but nothing else. And her as a medical examiner and a doctor, she thought she was in the clear. And regardless of her age, what time is she going to do? Really? Wow. See, you know, this is why this is why they always put, especially old horror movies in small towns, because all sorts of weird twisted shit goes on in small towns because there's not that many people to be watching what the fuck's going on. Laws get broken, procedures get bypassed, and it's just, if you go through a small town and you disappear, you're a fucking goner, aren't you? Let's face it. That was another great episode. I've got to admit, I'm 12 episodes in, okay? There hasn't been a bad episode yet. There hasn't been oh, that's a fella. Oh, that was crap. Oh, that was too easy to work out, or uninteresting, or every single one of them. We've not had two cases that even remotely the same and have worked out the same, and a lot of them start as one thing and end up as something completely different. We started this off thinking we just had one body to locate, and it ended up something more than that, and insurance fraud, and murder, and two people being involved. Nice little cameo appearance from Hank. The actor's name escapes me right now. And Josh Holloway, that one I do know. Sawyer. You guys did tell me in the comments that obviously because this is such a long running show and it's been going for 20 odd years, right back to 2003, that there are going to be plenty of cameos of different actors from different shows that are going to come into this, sometimes for one episode, sometimes for a bit more. Looking forward to it all. So where really is this tattoo case? Should we be focusing on that? They made it a central point of the episode here, putting the case to one side. Does she have a tattoo? Doesn't she? What is it? Where is it? Who the hell knows? Gibbs seems to know. Abby seems to know. Tony seems to be in the dark because he's the one who pushed it. Right. I don't know if you've noticed, at the end of these episodes I have a big smile on my face. That's how much I'm enjoying them, and I'm hoping you guys are too. The way for you to let me know to continue with this series, and I'll keep harping on about it, but I do need to know the closer we get towards the end of season 1. I think we've got maybe another 5 or 6 episodes or so. The view count, the metrics, the comments, the thumbs up, the subscriptions, that all come from this series. Let me know that you guys want me to continue with it, so please do all of that. Don't forget to subscribe, post your comments, and if you really want to help the channel out, I would appreciate if you just take the link in the description. That will take you to Patreon. You can watch all of these over there. We are several episodes in front. As I'm speaking right now, I think we've got the first 4 or 5 on YouTube. This is episode 12, so we're a good 7 or 8 episodes in front. It will continue to... that gap will continue to increase until I can up them to more than 1 a week on YouTube. For the time being, there's 1 there, there's 2 over on Patreon, so it's up to you. I will let you check that out. Right then, see you for another 2 of NCIS next week. Take care.